Hi guys, Happy New Year from the Mob Reporter, and welcome to my first YouTube Year in Review. I'll reveal my channel's top 10 most watched videos of 2019. Now this year has been an important one for my humble true crime channel. It's been a year of tremendous growth. We've shot well past 80,000 subscribers, and we've attracted tens and tens of millions of views. And I appreciate each one of those views and each and every subscriber. So I want to take you behind the scenes for a look at the Mob Reporter's biggest hits of 2019. Starting the list at number 10 is a police interrogation of a Canadian nurse who was also a serial killer. Elizabeth Laufer killed 8 elderly patients in care homes where she worked. Now, part of the video's appeal, judging from the comments, is that she was prone to farting, much to the amusement of Mob Reporter viewers. And if you go to that video on my channel, the police interrogation of Elizabeth Laufer, Part 1, and probably the other parts as well, you can find in the comments the time codes for those gassy moments. Because that's what YouTube does.
I did a lot of looking into how I could get help, because I realized I needed help with whatever this was. Because part of me had started to believe that it was the devil, and part of me thought it might be God as a purpose through my life.
Another police interrogation video clocks in at number 9. This one is perhaps the best example of an interrogation on the internet. It's filled with drama and psychological games. Russell Williams was an Air Force colonel with the Canadian Armed Forces who killed 2 women and raped many others and committed an alarming number of break-and-enters into homes to steal women's and young girls' lingerie, where he would try them on for his camera. During the course of this video, a very careful and well-played interrogation by the Ontario Provincial Police's Detective Sergeant Jim Smith breaks down this cocky son of a bitch from the respected Air Force colonel to the perverted, murderous fiend he really is.
Okay. Your vehicle drove up the side of Jessica Lloyd's house. Your boots walked to the back of Jessica Lloyd's house on the evening of the 28th and 29th of January. Okay. You want discretion. We need to have some honesty. Okay, because this is getting out of control really fast, Russell. Okay, really, really fast.
Number 8 is the arrest of the so-called king of the Russian underworld, Sakharov Molodoi, who was a leader within the Vorivitsikoni, the Russian mafia. The popularity of this video was a bit of a surprise to me. He was not a particularly well-known figure outside of the Russia and Eastern European underworlds. However, something about it captured the imagination. And judging from the comments, for a lot of viewers, it was the outrageous interior decorating sense that Molodoi shows throughout his mansion. My video shows several of the rooms throughout his mansion that are decorated in a very kitschy, some people describe it as a grandmotherly way, a very wealthy grandmotherly way. There's a link to the video down in the description. Find it and check it out and see for yourself. Number 7 is another police interrogation. This one the first of 3 very lengthy interviews of Jennifer Pan, a young woman who hired hitmen to kill her parents and then pretended over agonizing hours that she was an innocent survivor of a home invasion. The elaborate lies that she concocts and tries to remember and tries to maintain in the face of increasing police pressure, and the techniques that the police officers use are really quite astounding.
They kept all the lights off on the main floor. The only time there was light was when they opened the fridge door to see if they could find where my mom's purse was. At that point I saw 3 figures of men. One with a hoodie like the one I could see the most clearly, he had a hoodie on, and I believe he had a bandana of some sort covering from like his lower, under his eyes down. And then for some reason, I think one of the gentlemen asked my father if he had money in his wallet and where his wallet was. So they took me, because I was next to the stairwell, they took me up the stairs to show them where my father's wallet was. But I didn't know. They had turned the room upside down. I didn't know where his pants were at that time.
The sixth most viewed video on my channel in 2019 is a video from Spain of a police helicopter chasing a narco speedboat onto a crowded beach. It wasn't just the drama of a cocaine-filled boat beaching itself while being pursued that made it so popular. According to the comments on the video, it was also fueled by the outrageously bad camera work. You'll see that the camera person held their phone and turned away at just the key moments. If there's one thing the internet loves to do, it's complain. And those complaints drove this video into my top 10 of 2019. And now we move into the top 5 most popular videos of the year on the Mob Reporter. This police interrogation of a biker gang leader would have been far higher on the list had it not been blocked to viewers in the United States. I still don't know why it's been blocked, and I'm trying to get to the bottom of it. But meanwhile, viewers around the world who can watch it drove it to number 5 on my top 10 list this year.
So, obviously he gets kicked out. Roughly when is that?
Boy. Couple of years, maybe 2 years, maybe.
Okay.
I mean, just, my memory is so fucked up from,
I get it.
You know what I mean? I fell off a roof and I got really bad memory loss shit. So I mean,
Okay.
he'd asked me what I was doing last weekend. It's going to be pretty vague because I can't really nail it all down for him.
Man, I'm in the same boat you are. I can't remember either.
Huh?
What happened to your eye?
A blind in my eye from falling off a roof.
Oh, that's how you hurt your back?
Yes.
Okay.
That's why I'm partially disabled in my leg.
And then you also got stabbed in the neck.
Yeah, I got my throat cut from here to here.
Back in 2009?
Something like that.
Was it here to here?
It's from here to here.
Oh my God.
Starts right here about my Adam's apple and goes back to right here somewhere.
Okay.
How your boyfriend?
You're lucky you lived.
Yes, I am.
Police interrogation videos get a lot of love from you guys on my channel, and this one is a strange, amusing, sometimes shocking interview of the police chief of a small-town police department in Ohio. This chief was facing a litany of complaints from the town and fellow officers about the way he ran the department over the course of many years, and here he is being interviewed by officers from a neighboring police force to get to the bottom of it. The popularity of this video was fueled by the odd circumstances of it, by the fact that the person being interviewed was missing a finger, as many viewers like to note, and again, because it's the internet, because it's YouTube, a lot of people wanted to comment about his physique, making this number 4 on my top 10 videos this year.
And you know what, didn't really want to go here with this, but I'm going to anyway because, again, it's out of respect for you. But, you know, we had quite a few officers, too, say they went to your house because you were threatening suicide.
What?
3 officers told us that.
Who?
The 3 that were there.
3?
They said that you wanted to kill yourself because of the insurance checks. It scared the shit out of them.
Yeah, I know it did.
So,
and he knows there's 3 reasons, well, let me use this hand, 3 reasons that I would never hurt myself. First of all is my son. I love that boy more than anything. Then there's 2 little girls I never, that pisses me off. That pisses me off.
The popularity of this video, number 3 on my list of most popular videos this year, makes me happy, because it's one of my favorites of 2019 as well. Russian special forces and Moscow police raided a huge meeting of rival mobsters who had a disagreement over a stolen car. This video provides a lovely glimpse into the lifestyle of the Russian Vorivitsakoni, the Russian mob. The second most watched video in 2019 on the Mob Reporter showed what happens when teens shine a laser pointer at a police helicopter.
Oh, they're running now.
It's quite a dramatic and intense response, and it demonstrates the increasing militarization of the contemporary suburban police forces in North America. And it sparked a debate over whether this was an appropriate or justified use of police resources. It made it number 2, and I'm not complaining.
Attached to an air gun, I believe.
And finally, here we are at number 1, the most viewed, most watched video on my channel in 2019. And in fact, of all years, because this wild ride when a U.S. Coast Guard jumped onto a fleeing narco sub in the Pacific was hugely popular. It was a true viral video, drawing more than 10 million views in just a few months. And really, no wonder. It's an incredible scene. And to be honest, I'm pleased that the top video on my channel this year was one of heroism and bravery and courage, rather than one of insults and nitpicking and complaints. But whatever brings you here, I'm thankful you came, and I'm thankful for you supporting me and watching my videos. Have a terrific new year, and let's hope that 2020 is a fantastic one for all of us.